Hello and welcome to Revenue Rescue, a monthly webinar series brought to you by the team here at Affinitiv. So for those of you just getting to know us, we provide marketing and software solutions for over 5,000 dealerships nationwide and work with every major manufacturer in the country. So each month, Revenue Rescue webisodes will feature new topics that address common challenges within your dealership that may just be leaving revenue on the table. Our goal is to guide you through solutions and strategy ideas to help you make the best decisions possible for your business. So today we have Courtney Evans, Affinitiv's Vice President of Product, here to talk about the importance of building customer loyalty and continuing that post-sale conversation to keep people coming back again and again. And with that, I'll turn it over to Courtney.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to walk through customer loyalty. What is customer loyalty? It's really what drives our customers into our dealership and makes them keep coming back. So customer loyalty, it's really defined as when a customer consistently purchases a certain product over an extended period of time or continues to service that product. We like to think that there's 4 different types of loyalty. First being that both parties have built a relationship. You might know someone, or you may have gotten to know them over the course of service, and you like how they make you feel. It's that human interaction that keeps you coming back. Then there's the needs are always met. You feel that your car has the top service every time you go. You feel like you don't have to wonder if something went wrong or wasn't done. Then you have choice. Maybe it's convenient, maybe it's close to your house, but you choose. You just make up your mind and go. And then, shockingly, the one you think might be the biggest factor is finance, but people drive past, dealerships all the time that might be a little bit cheaper, but they feel that they get a better service level somewhere else. I personally drive past 5 or 6 independent repair facilities every time I go into my dealership. Yeah, I know that they could probably do an oil change for much less, but for me, it's really knowing that my car is getting the best service. They're using those OEM parts, and that I can sit in a comfortable waiting room and get work done. It's really that my dealership has built that trust level with me, and I know that I'm going to leave with a car that I don't have to worry about. So I said trust. How does that happen? How does a dealership build trust? Well, only about 30% of interactions actually happen within the dealership. So engagement starts there, but you have to remember that engagement happens in other channels and at other times. Once your customer leaves, how are you going to interact with them? How are you going to make them feel that you want them to come back and that you want their business? And when you do that, how do you deliver the same message that they might have heard when they were within the dealership? As I mentioned, 30% happens within the dealership. That means 70% is happening outside of the dealership. But you don't want to deliver a different message. If a dealership left, if a customer left a dealership and you told them that they needed new brakes, and then they're going to get something saying that they're due for an oil change, that's not very consistent, and I'm going to start questioning the person who told me that. And how do you do that? It's really through marketing. Marketing is what is going to allow you to consistently talk to that customer even when they leave the service lot. With that, you have to know that each one of your customers responds to marketing in different ways. We really stress this multi-channel approach and making sure that we're reaching every single one of them, no matter what their habits are. There's a common law or rule in marketing that we like to refer to as the rule of 7. Basically, a person needs to be told the same thing before it's processed, remembered, or it clicks, that it actually means something to them. So if you can't deliver that message in person, you're going to want to tell them within your marketing message. So some customers might read every single email. I know I'm not one of them. But if I get the email, it might make me think of something, and then seeing the direct mail piece in my mailbox, and then followed up with something in my social media stream, I'm going to start thinking, oh yeah, that might be important. You also have to know that the average consumer spends about 135 minutes on social media alone, and a lot more time on the internet. So how are you delivering that message to them digitally? We want to make sure that you are reaching all of your customers, no matter what their habits are. And continuously follow up with them. Keep reminding them. Make the message seem relevant and important. That's the only way that they're going to come back in. You know everyone is busy and everyone has lives outside of the dealership, but let's make them feel important and make your dealership part of their life. So with this multi-channel approach, you can see channels. We see higher response rates. You know, by sending a direct mail campaign to someone's mailbox, you're seeing about a 6% return rate, which isn't bad. It's at least bringing customers back. But then as soon as you add a social or display ad, you're seeing a 20% increase in the response rates. And then by doing this multi-channel approach and really leveraging all channels, you can get almost 40% of your customers back in the door. It's more expensive to get new customers than keep the ones you have. So, did you know that 1 in 3 car owners said that they service their vehicle somewhere other than the dealership where they purchased their car? That means that they're either going to another dealership for other reasons, or they're going to the independent repair facilities. What made them make that decision? How can you keep them coming back to you? And as I mentioned, brands really have fewer opportunities to influence their customers in person. Everyone is using social media, the internet to market to their customers. Actually, most interaction is taking place on a mobile device, about 60%. So we want to make sure that your message is in front of your customers when they need it most. So how do we do this? How do we keep our customers happy? How do we keep them loyal? How do we remind them how important they are to our business? At Affinitiv, we like to call this our owner retention program. It's basically a trigger-based product that sends relevant information to your customers and keeps them informed on what they need to be doing to their vehicle. We have 3 packages, and the first one is Retain. It's really your traditional service reminder program, reminding them to come into service, reminding them when they haven't been in for a period of time, thanking them for their service, or thanking them for the purchase of a new vehicle. Grow is when we start adding our digital channels by doing social routes 1-to-1, where the same service reminder is popping up in their news feed on Facebook. And then we're also adding in e-campaigns, which is something that markets to your customers when it's relevant to the dealership. Are you having an event? Is there a big sale happening? Let's remind them so they come in and join you for those events. And then maximize is really when we start prospecting customers into the dealership that might not be in your DMS. And we do that through digital channels and digital audiences. So we like to refer to the communications as a life cycle. They are being triggered based on the customer's last service date or the mileage of their vehicle, and it's completely customizable to the needs of your dealership. But one thing holds true. It is consistently messaging your customers and reminding them to stay loyal and how important they are to you. There's a variety of different communications. You can add and subtract them along the way. You can use the ones that you think are most important and select the channels in which you use them in. So I think one of the most important communications that not all dealerships are sending is our customer rewards. What about those customers that always service their vehicle in your dealership? What about the ones that continuously come in? Well, by spending dollars at the dealership, they build up a threshold, and then we send them a gift certificate, driving them back into the dealership. So maybe they're not coming in for service, but they're coming in to buy an accessory for their car, or they're coming in to get another service done. It's just making them feel important to the dealership and having them come in again so they have that human interaction, which is so important. And then you can make them feel that they're important to you. So, results are everything, and the data really proves that this is an effective product. We took 3 dealerships that were on each level of our program, and you can see as you grow in channels in the ways we message to our customers, you're seeing a higher lift in the amount of ROs, as well as a higher revenue into the dealership. By doing a simple service reminder program or owner retention program, you're seeing almost $100,000 increase in the ROs for revenue for your dealership. Adding social channels is going to add a 3.9% lift in repair orders. And then once you start using it as a whole bundle and also doing some, digital marketing to audience more customers in your service drive, you're seeing almost $300,000 increase in repair order revenue per year. That's a large amount. So I think the basic message is by delivering a consistent message, by keeping engagement at an all-time high, and making sure that your customers feel that they're important to you, you are creating loyalty, and you're going to have your customers coming back time after time. So I want to thank you for joining us today, but as a reminder, Affinitiv will be at NADA this year in January. NADA is January 25th through the 27th, and we'll be there telling you even more about how, loyalty is important to your customers, how can we make your customers feel that, and talking about our owner retention, digital marketing, and software solutions. We really hope that you'll stop by, and we'll see you there. And if you would like to spend more time and hear about all the products that we offer, please schedule an appointment at www.affinitiv.com. And thanks again for joining us today.